Hello and welcome. Thank you for joining us for the 2021 NALAG Remembering the Baby ceremony. This coincides with International Pregnancy and Infant Loss Day, held on the 15th of October each year. We're so pleased to reach out to so many grieving mothers and fathers, family and friends who have experienced the pain and grief that comes with pregnancy loss through miscarriage, stillbirth, the death of a baby soon after birth, or early years of infancy. NALAG has had a special remembrance ceremony in Dubbo since the dedication of a very unique Babies Memorial rock garden in 2006. This garden is filled with natural river rocks. No rock is the same, like each person's grief is so unique. The rocks can be inscribed and left in the garden as a place to come and sit and reflect on your loss and honour your baby. Later in the ceremony, we will invite you to mark this day in your own unique way, such as by lighting a candle, laying flowers, writing a poem or dedication, playing special music, or simply sitting somewhere special to reflect on the meaning of your experience. Pregnancy and baby loss can be a very painful and lonely grief. The loss is often discounted and very misunderstood. This grief experience can turn your world upside down. Most of us don't ever contemplate that this type of loss can actually happen to us, that our pregnancy can end in miscarriage, that some babies and infants die. The heartbreak is complex, often involves the loss of your own dreams for your child, the loss of a future for them and for you. Remembering can also be about the love you felt for your baby then and the love you continue to feel now. Often these dreams are not shared or spoken out loud, even between couples. Your grief is so often experienced as silent sorrow. We know that creating memories and collecting and sharing your experiences assists with healing. Other people around you, family and friends, may feel their own sorrow. They too may have had dreams and expectations about their relationship with your baby. This can be very true for those who have other children who were looking forward to having a little brother or a little sister. I'd like to now introduce you to Rochelle. Rochelle will share her story for this evening.
Welcome to this year's Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance ceremony. COVID restrictions have really put a spanner in the works of us being together tonight to honour our babies, but I hope that this virtual ceremony brings you some comfort as you acknowledge and remember your deeply personal losses. And I'm holding you all in my mind and on my heart, as I know all too well the depths of grief experienced after baby loss, because I am a baby loss mum too. I've experienced 2 miscarriages, and sadly we lost our firstborn son Edward at only 7 hours old. I tell you this not to feel sad or to compare losses, but to let you know that you are not alone and that there is hope if your grief is raw and fresh. I strive to raise awareness so that our babies become a part of normal conversation, and part of my journey is to parent my child who is no longer here with us by providing gaps in services and of practical and emotional support in rural and remote New South Wales. And secondly, by building a community of baby loss mums that we've coined Blossoms, filled with support, education, and most importantly, love. Every day in Australia, 6 babies are stillborn, 3 babies die within the first 12 months, and a miscarriage occurs every 3.5 minutes. The statistics are harrowing, and unfortunately, most people who are watching our ceremony will be part of that. In collaboration with the wonderful team at NALAG and the beautiful Pippa Moore, our celebrant, we have lovingly put together this ceremony for lost parents, siblings, family, friends, and baby loss allies to remember and honour the little lives lost too soon. To remember those babies that were born sleeping. To remember the babies that we carried but we never held. To remember the babies that we held but we didn't get to take home. And to remember those babies that we took home but who could not stay. Go gently. Please know you are not alone, and reach out to myself or NALAG at any time. I will now hand you over to Pippa, who will conduct our ceremony for us. Lots of love.
Hello and welcome. My name is Pippa Moore and I am a Commonwealth registered celebrant. It is a great privilege to be leading this remembrance ceremony for the National Association for Loss and Grief on International Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day. I'd like to begin by acknowledging and paying my respects to the Wiradjuri people, the traditional owners of the land on which I am joining you from today, where I live and work, and pay my respects to their elders past and present. And I extend that acknowledgement to the traditional owners and elders of all the lands that are represented here today. Even though you might be watching this from your home, today we are gathering together as a collective of people from around the world to honour and remember the babies and infants who are no longer with us. Although right now you might not be able to see many people because of the nature of this virtual event, know that at this moment there are so many people right now who are remembering with us and remembering with you. And although there would not be a moment where, as a parent or guardian, the memory of your baby would ever be far from your mind and heart, today is about coming together and acknowledging your loss, acknowledging your baby, acknowledging their life. The loss of a child is an incredibly unique grief, one that is so often misunderstood and one that is so often experienced in silence. Perhaps you have felt pressure to not talk about your loss or keep your sadness hidden. On top of the incredible burden that you already carry, maybe you have felt pressure to not make others feel uncomfortable, or pressure to move on from your grief more quickly than you feel able to. International Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day is an incredibly important day because this is a day where we gather together to work to create more understanding. Today is a day where we don't want you to feel that you need to experience your loss and grief in silence or alone. Today isn't about hiding your sadness or worrying about upsetting anyone. Today is about acknowledging and holding space for you and your journey. Around 150,000 parents experience pregnancy and infant loss every year. Those 150,000 parents who are our family members, our friends, our neighbours, our colleagues and loved ones. 150,000 parents who need our love, our compassion, our understanding and support as allies and friends who aren't afraid to meet them where they're at. If you are here today joining us as one of those parents, your baby and their life are part of these statistics. Your baby and their life mean that there are many others who know and live with this pain. Your baby and their life mean that every year right around the world, International Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day is acknowledged. Your baby and their life matter deeply and have such great significance, even though they are no longer here with us. Your baby's life is no less meaningful or less significant. A life should not merely be measured by the amount of days or hours that we spend on this earth. Each life holds incredible value, whether that life spans over years, months, days, or even minutes. For your child, even though their life was short, we know that their life was filled with love. We know that your baby felt the depths of your love that you had for them and still hold for them every day as their parents. And even though as time moves on and seasons change, your baby's life doesn't grow smaller. It doesn't grow any less significant. Their legacy does not dwindle. Their life is a moment forever stamped in time and is unable to be erased. Today, we remember and we honour your baby with you. we remember and honour your baby by saying their name. We remember and honour your baby by talking about their life. We remember and honour your baby by acknowledging your loss. Today, we hold space for your grief, even though it might feel uncomfortable, even though we might not know what the right words are to say. We choose to lean in. We choose to sit in the uncomfortable moments and in the silence with you, not to try and fix it, not to try and make it any less awkward or try and make you feel better, but rather just to be. In the New York Times best-selling memoir Tuesdays with Morrie by Mitch Albom, there is a quote that reads, "Love is how you stay alive even after you are gone." The enduring, all-encompassing love that you as a parent has with their child creates a bond and a legacy that is unable to be broken. They are forever shaped by your life, and you are forever shaped by theirs. The love you have for them is how they remain with you, even after they have passed on. At 7 p.m. this evening on the 15th of October, on this International Pregnancy and Infant Loss Remembrance Day, in all time zones all over the world, candles will be lit for all of the babies and all of the children that are being honoured and remembered today. As we are now approaching 7 p.m, I'd like to invite you to now prepare your candle if you wish to take part in what is called the International Wave of Light. It doesn't matter if you don't have a particular type of candle, any candle you choose will be perfect. Lighting of the candles begin at the international date line in the first time zone, where they will remain lit for a period of 1 hour, with the next zone then lighting their candles respectively, and then moving through each time zone as the international wave of light circumnavigates the globe. The result is a continuous chain of light encompassing and spanning across the world and across the globe for a 24-hour period, illuminating the night in love and light, in honour and in remembrance of your children. Wherever you are in the world, you will be joining families, friends, loved ones and supporters from across the world and across the globe for the International Wave of Light in memory of all the children who pass away during pregnancy, at birth and in infancy. You are welcome to spend this hour however you wish, however is fitting for you to remember and honour your baby and their life. You can do this by saying their name. Perhaps there is a special song you'd like to listen to, a cherished book, a toy, a piece of clothing or memento that you'd like to place with your candle. Perhaps you'd like to share some memories with your partner or loved ones. Or this may just be a time for you to sit and be. There is no right or wrong way to take part in this moment. May you know that you are not alone as we collectively take part in this moment together. And as we take part in this moment with you, our hope is that you feel surrounded by love and light. I'll invite you now to light your candle. Thank you for joining us. you.